Okay, hello. We are live here from the Futurebook Conference in London.
Hello, publicans.
I am Kristin from BoldBooks, and together with me there is another startup, Publica, and Josef Marc. And what he's doing is really exciting, and BoldBooks has been partners, and that gives us new possibilities that we never thought about before. Josef, could you tell us about Publica, what you are doing?
Well, it's the blockchain for books, and only the money part. BoldBooks will take care of the rest of the author's journey, but at some point there's money involved, and especially if you want some of that crypto money, but all kinds of money. When you get to the money part, call us, and we'll take care of you. So here at Futurebooks, everyone's gone into the conference right now, so it's empty, but you can kind of see the space. And the vendors here are, providing the traditional products that you would use in the business of publishing. When we originally were invited here, we were thinking to get one of those tables, but the early interest people said, "Oh, we want to hear about this blockchain for books thing," so they moved us into the main room. So you'll see, we're going to go present there in about an hour. Apparently there's some interest in that crypto money thing and getting your blockchain for books together.
And you also got me a little spot there.
Yes, that's right.
To say something about BoldBooks. So all this is happening so fast. Last week I didn't even know that I would go to Futurebook, and now I'm talking to maybe 100 people.
Well, BoldBooks is an important part because it's really an author's journey from idea to Nobel Prize for literature, and there's a lot in between, and Public is only part of it, right? It's just the part where you want to engage your community and do some financial transactions, get your read tokens, get your books published in a digital way where you don't need a digital rights management, you don't need a end user license agreement, contracts, it's just so much simpler. And the reader itself is your digital wallet, so if you buy a book, your money goes straight to the author's wallet. Very simple. And BoldBooks actually is the important part for the entire life cycle. Everything that happens where there isn't money being transacted, you would want to do that with BoldBooks.
But Josef, I think maybe people have heard about blockchain, but they are not really sure what it is. Could you explain it even more easy?
Sure. Well,
what does this mean to BoldBooks and the independent authors?
Well, if you've ever played an online video game, you were playing with what's called peer-to-peer connections of computers. Your computer is connected to everyone else in the game's computer. It's called peer-to-peer. And in blockchains, when money's involved, it's similar, except that you can't have double spending when it comes to money. I mean, if money's spent on one computer, you can't spend the same money on another. So that's what the original blockchain called Bitcoin was invented for, to end the double spending problem. And that's what makes it so valuable. I send money to your wallet, I know that it's already left my wallet, so I can't spend it again somewhere else. So blockchain for books is just take that idea to the publishing life cycle. The money, it's a economy of its own, right? It's not about rental cars or airlines or just generic banking. It's just about the economy of books. But it's the same idea. When money transacts, it's there, it's solid, it's done, you can trust it. It's all done by computers. Anybody can check, you don't have to audit publishers anymore. You just take a look in your own wallet. So that's really well understood in the financial world. That's why Visa, Citibank, pick any bank you want, they're all using blockchains now because they understand how important that is. Supply chains in general. And so publishing actually has its own supply chain, starting from the author and their idea, or maybe it was one of their fans had the idea and now the author is going to write it out, or an institution wants a certain kind of book written, or a university wants a professor to write a textbook about something. From the idea all the way through the steps, there are transactions occurring. There's illustrators, editors, peer reviews, bulk buys, libraries. Libraries are very important. And the way that electronic books are done today with digital rights management, DRM, and end user license agreement, doesn't really work for libraries very well. And I'm not going to go into detail about that, but it did work for paper. So with the public idea, the blockchain for books, we can restore all of those business models that worked very well in paper.
One cool thing about Josef is that he's American, but he lives in Norway.
Yeah, Lillehammer, UNESCO World Site for Literature.
So you can talk a little Norwegian as well. Maybe?
Ja, jeg snakker norsk. Jeg er norsk kvinne.
So Josef really likes that BoldBooks is Norwegian, and we really fit together because what BoldBooks is making is the interface for the user. The author will not see Publica; it will see BoldBooks. So, but we can integrate Publica where there are some transactions to be made or agreements. So this is very interesting because, especially for ebooks, if if Josef buys my ebook from BoldBooks, he could sell it to a friend and get money for it, and even I can get money for it. Is that right?
That's right. So blockchains they hold what's called a smart contract, so that it just works. The computers just run the numbers through it, and it works the same way every time. It looks just like JavaScript or something like that. It's just a computer virtual machine. So the contract that you make with the readers is the one that the blockchain will perform every time money goes through it.
Okay, this is so cool, and I think it's really mind-blowing.
Well, it is. It's mind-blowing to wrap your head around it now.
Yeah.
A year from now, when we come back to next year's feature book, you're all going to have a Publica e-reader wallet on your phone. Don't worry about it.
Great. Then I'm looking forward to our mutual speech, and see you next.
Yeah, we'll see you after the speech.
Yeah, see you. Bye.